Misfitians, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a little bit different, so if you're more into just the supplies and all of those tricks and hacks and stuff, come back next week. However, I have a big announcement to tell all of you this week, and that announcement is I have a brand new course. So I know it has been a long time since, it's actually been a year since I released a course, and the reason for that is because I was constantly wrestling with myself of, if I teach this concept, I really need to teach this and this and this to a beginner for them to fully understand the process of the harder concept. So like, I have a full-fledged landscape painting with woodland creatures in it, and I want to teach that to y'all, but I know most of my subscribers and most of my followers are absolute noobs. And so that particular course would be really frustrating if I didn't go back and teach really the basics. And so one thing that I was struggling with was, do I put all of the basics into one full-fledged course? And then as I started putting that together, I realized this is going to be huge. I think it's just going to be overwhelming. And then some of y'all don't need all of that information. You just need little tidbits and stuff. So I figured, why not allow y'all to choose what you want to learn? So I came up with the idea of mini courses. And this is the first installment of 12 mini courses that I'm going to be releasing slowly and surely throughout basically next year, along with bigger courses. And this is one of the first foundational courses that I feel like if you are absolutely new to watercolor, you have to have this skill. This skill was never taught to me. It's kind of something that the art community, I feel like, especially the teachers that I had, and I had really bad teachers. I think some of you know, but some of you might not know. When I went to college, my plan was to be an art minor and teach art therapy and teach art education basically with my education degree. I was only a few hours short of getting an art minor. The problem with it was I had really bad teachers. A lot of my teachers just assumed that I had had all of this instruction growing up, and so they assumed that I knew a lot of the basics of watercolor when my town had very little art instruction. It was more of ballet and sports and cheerleading and not a lot of art, not even a lot of music. And while those things are awesome, I did not have the opportunities as some people do in the world. So when I was going to college, I was around all these people who had artists for parents, who had basically been groomed to be artists. And here I am, I've barely had any instruction, and I was just starting from the absolute beginning and trying to keep up. And so a lot of my teachers just assumed that I knew these skills, and that's the reason why I don't want to teach something that I feel like you would be frustrated in, because I understand that. I've totally been there. So the very first skill that I had to learn on my own was water to paint ratios. So what is water to paint ratios? With watercolor, one of the reasons why watercolor is so very difficult is because we are not just dealing with adding lighter colors to make colors lighter and darker colors to make colors darker. That's a color mixing element of watercolor and of every other art medium out there, such as oil and acrylic. However, what makes watercolor so difficult is we not only have to understand the color mixing part, but we also need to understand our paints. How do our paints work? Are our paints transparent? Are they opaque? Another thing is, how do they work with water? Some paint colors will actually really stretch themselves out, meaning when you add water to them, you can get a very wide range of light to dark with one said color. And then other paints actually don't separate as well or create those nice paint ratios when you're adding water to them. So this course breaks down that particular skill in understanding how your paint colors actually work with water, and then kind of gives you an idea of, all right, now that I have all of these things broken down into the lightest range to my darkest range with just water, I'm not mixing any other paints, I'm just using one paint color tube. Now that I've broken this down, when do I use these specific paint ratios on wet paper, on dry paper? Do I use them in certain types of illustrations in certain ways? So I take this course and I kind of break it down with just one topic, which I think is great because a lot of times in courses that I took, there were so many topics that you were trying to learn at one time that I felt like they would just dig a little bit into one topic and not really cover it in depth. So with this particular course that I put together for y'all, I have covered this topic in depth. I've gone deep down into it. It's like a 20-minute video just on this. And then I've also added more videos to kind of supplement this. So this course, you get over an hour's worth of content, and I'm so excited about this. So I actually launched this with a private launch on Friday, and I've already had a huge amount of students who have already signed up, who've already actually started taking the course, and I've been working through that with them and answering questions and trying to just kind of tweak this course together with y'all. And now I think we are finally through the tweaking stage and it is ready to be launched publicly. So that being said, if y'all want to take my brand new course on paint ratios, please make sure to check out the link down below. I have this brand new course and I'm super excited about it, and because I love all of you so much and you support me and you support this channel, and this is a way for you to support this channel so that I can create more content for all of you on this channel. Since I have all of this all together, I'm going to give y'all a special 50% off coupon. So normally the course is $27, but I'm going to give you a special 50% off discount in the link down below. And this is a limited time offer, so please make sure to get this. Go ahead and click down on the link and get it before time runs out. And get this course, especially if you are a beginner. I really do feel like this is such an important skill that I wish I had learned when I started even approaching art as an art minor in college. So anyway, that is a long video to just say thanks again for everything that you have just done for me and supporting this channel, and I have a brand new course out for all of you. So I hope you're having a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend for those who are celebrating, and I'm gonna go enjoy family and also get back to answering questions and comments on the course. Lots of love, y'all, and I will see you in the next video, which will be tips and supplies once again. Lots of love. Bye.
I've been doing watercolor for nearly my entire life. I picked it up as a child and I absolutely fell in love with this medium of art. However, much to my surprise, when I got to college, I was informed that watercolor is considered one of the hardest art mediums that one can conquer. So why is it that watercolor is so difficult? Well, one of the reasons is because watercolor has many different elements to it. It's not just like acrylic where you add white paint in order to make a color lighter and then add dark paint in order to make a color darker. No, there are a wide range of other things that you can actually do with watercolor. And one of those essential skills that you really need to understand is paint to water ratios. And that is why I'm putting together this little mini course. I feel like this is so important and such a foundational skill to watercolor that not many people talk about. In fact, I actually learned this on my own. It's one of those things that when you're in the art realm, they just kind of expect you to understand it and just grasp it naturally. And I didn't grasp it naturally for years. So you're going to be learning from my mistakes over the years and hopefully shortcutting your way to success a lot faster than I did over the years. And not only that, but in this course, you will also get a free drawing template of Willow the deer, which a lot of you have been asking for. And this course is so important to me, I wanted to give it away to you as a bonus feature in this course. So I hope to see you soon, and lots of love, y'all.